This is Ralph Losey, the director and verifier of Echoes of AI, where the podcasters themselves are AI, and they write the podcast, not me.
Exactly. And speaking of manipulated truth, we have to talk about China and Tiananmen Square. Losey brings it up as a prime example of a digital memory hole.
Yeah, that's a heavy one. So for those who don't know, June 1989, pro-democracy protests in Tiananmen Square.
Right, and the Chinese military moved in, crushed the protests.
Yeah.
Brutally.
Thousands were killed. Estimates vary. But in China, it's like it never happened.
Exactly. The government has gone to extreme lengths to erase it from public memory.
And not just memory, right? You can't even talk about it.
Nope. Strict censorship. You mentioned Tiananmen, you risk jail time.
Wow. So how do they pull that off in the digital age? I mean, the internet's supposed to be this free flow of information.
Well, China's got the Great Firewall. Think of it like a digital iron curtain.
Okay, so it blocks websites, filters content. What else?
They delete social media posts,
Right.
censor keywords, images. It's a constant battle.
So younger generations in China, they're growing up with this huge gap in their knowledge of history.
Yeah, it's like a whole generation with enforced amnesia. Pretty scary stuff.
But Losey also mentions that outside China, a lot of this information has been saved.
Oh, absolutely. Human rights groups, academics, they've been working hard to archive everything they can. Documents, eyewitness accounts, photos. It's all out there, digitally preserved.
So the truth is still accessible, just not inside China.
Right. But here's the thing. Even if the information is available, it doesn't mean people are accessing it.
Yeah, if you've been conditioned to not even think about something, to not look for it, does it really matter if it's out there?
Good question. And that's where the psychological impact comes in again. China's been very successful at creating this atmosphere of apathy.
So people don't even want to know the truth.
It's a mix of things. Fear, exhaustion, maybe even a sense of hopelessness. Why bother digging if you think it'll just get you in trouble?
It's like they've been conditioned to just accept the official narrative.
Exactly. And that's a huge vulnerability. When people lose the will to question, to think critically, that's when things get really dangerous.
It makes me think about how Losey frames this whole thing. He says Orwell couldn't have imagined the digital world with all its complexities.
Right. In Orwell's time, information was physical. You could burn a book, destroy a document, and it was gone.
But now it's all bits and bytes. It can be copied endlessly, stored everywhere. It's almost indestructible.
And Losey quotes Catherine Trendacosta from the Electronic Frontier Foundation. She says, if there's one thing we should want to be true about the internet, it's this. The internet never forgets.
Yeah, powerful statement. Like there's hope in that, right?
Definitely. But Trendacosta also stresses that it's not enough for the information to just exist. It has to be accessible. It has to be findable.
Right. What good is a document buried in some digital archive if no one can find it?
Exactly. And there are a lot of ways to make information less visible. You can bury it in search results, make it hard to access. It's a more subtle form of manipulation.
Losey even talks about recent events here in the U.S., like the deletion of DEI content from government websites.
Oh, yeah. And he mentions Megan Garber's article in The Atlantic. Control, Alt, Delete. She calls it a form of mass forgetfulness.
Ugh, that phrase just gives me chills. It's like erasing our shared history piece by piece.
And Losey talks about how important those shared memories are. 9/11, the Challenger disaster, historical events like World War II. He calls them the glue that holds society together.
And if we forget those things, if we allow them to be erased, we lose something essential. We lose our sense of who we are as a people.
Totally. And that's when manipulation becomes really easy. You lose your reference points. You become vulnerable to anyone who wants to rewrite the past.
And then Losey brings back that chilling Orwell quote, "Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past."
Makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. But Losey also points out that the U.S. is not China. We have a long history of democratic institutions, a two-party system. It's harder to exert that kind of total control here.
True. But we're not immune to manipulation.